moving on the Green file, one last thing. I see convicted criminal Stephen Guilbeault. He also took aim at poor Pierre Poilievre. Wow, Mr. Poilievre is getting it from all elements of the Liberal Party. Let's see what the criminal Guilbeault has to say about Pierre Poilievre and carbon.
Let me be clear. In the last federal election, Conservatives, including Mr. Poilievre, campaigned on a platform that included pollution pricing and a clean fuel standard, very similar to the one our government enacted. It wasn't much, but it was at least an acknowledgement of the issue. Today, they say that they're adamantly opposed to both these climate measures. Mr. Poilievre claims he wants to address the climate crisis through technology innovation. Yet he's against a simple market-based and economy-wide incentive that is driving innovation, pollution pricing. He opposes investments in electric vehicle plants. He opposes EV purchase incentives. He clearly doesn't believe in EVs are part of the solution. He also wants us to cut back in public transit support and wants to deregulate the oil and gas sector. The political tactic that Mr. Poilievre views, the partisan hardball that gives rise to the disregard of the environmental commons, is also driving the disregard of all commons public goods: universal health care, vaccination, harm reduction, our social safety net. The casual disregard of facts and science in pursuit of partisan advantage goes beyond the climate change issue. It becomes an issue for the health of our democracy, of all democracies. If we have to have our own sets of facts, how do we choose policy responsibly? I wish there was an easy answer, a magic bullet that could stop climate change in its track. Instead, we are stuck with the laws of physics and the reality of a big, sparsely populated and resource-dependent nation. Our climate plan is working. There's much to do still, but we are heading in the right direction at long last after much hard work. We must continually challenge ourselves to do more, not less, because no amount of misinformation can change what we have accomplished. The challenge now is to ensure progress doesn't slip away in smoke. Thank you. Merci.
And
Such a
merci
hypocrite.
beaucoup, Mr. Jailbird. You know what? You said hypocrite. You're stealing my thunder, Alexa. I have 2 points, and let me hear what your response is. The first piece of hypocrisy is when he's saying that, condemning Pierre Poilievre for not saying that EVs are part of the climate crisis solution. First of all, EVs are enormously expensive, and with many personal people who would like to buy one, they're not practical in terms of range, in terms of charging availability, etc. The other thing about the EV, Alexa, is that if these things are so great, why doesn't Blackface embrace them? Whenever he's on his motorcade, it's about 8 or 9 vehicles. Almost all of them are supersized SUVs, such as Chevy Suburbans and Ford Excursions. And shockers, folks, they're not running on dilithium crystals. They've got 8-cylinder engines burning fossil fuel. And whenever Blackface gets to his destination, guess what? They let those vehicles idle, because God forbid Blackface gets into one of his vehicles on a hot summer day and, it's not exactly room temperature for him. So we have the air conditioning blasting in summer and the heat blasting in winter. And as anyone who knows motor cars, idling emissions are the very worst. So there's that. The second thing is, correct me if I'm wrong, Alexa, but with Jailbird Guilbeault, wasn't this cat in China last month? Wasn't he waving a finger at our poor environmental record? And talk about audacity. It's beyond hypocrisy. Complimenting China on their environmental record. This is a regime that's still building coal plants on a monthly basis. They don't even hide the hypocrisy anymore, Alexa, but how many people do you think are buying what the Jailbird is trying to sell?
Unfortunately, I think there is a lot of people who buy that.
Wow.
This is the saddest part. But the thing is, same if Canada will turn completely green, that will not make a difference in the planet. With China that are producing the most important quantity of pollution and the greenhouse gas, we are a penny in a billion of dollars, and the fact that also it's not the same person who warned the people to not be fooled by the liberal ones.
Oh, well, as they say, that was then and this is now. And when you're getting that nice six-figure salary and you can afford nice Armani suits as opposed to, well, he was wearing the color orange for a period of his lifetime that's kind of blotted out on his resume. Gee, oh, yeah, that's right, prison.
How much fun is that? I can hardly wait. If you like cruising already, well, this is truly something unique. And if you've never been on a cruise ship before, this is the perfect way to start. With a group of like-minded rebels from coast to coast. You can find out all the details, including the different cabin prices, at rebelnewscruise.com. I know you're going to look back on it as the vacation of a lifetime. We've reserved a limited number of Rebel News cabins, so book yours today at rebelnewscruise.com. We'll see you there.